everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Nina. I'm a life transformation coach, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about avoiding problems. I got a couple questions about it, and I just think it's something that we can all relate to, especially when we have things in our life that just seem so overwhelming, so big that we feel like we really can't address it right now, or we're not ready to address it right now, and we just have that urge to just really avoid that problem. And there's really two ways that we can do this. We can do this consciously and have full awareness that we are doing this. So maybe we're going to, instead of making that phone call that we need to make, or to, get that work done that we know that we have to get done, or whatever the issue may be, we're going to instead watch a whole bunch of Netflix shows, or we're going to take a nap, or we're going to plan a vacation, anything. But we are aware that there is something that needs our time and attention. We're just not ready to address it, or we don't feel like we're strong enough to address it right now, or whatever the case may be. But other times we can unconsciously be avoiding our problems, and that can be a little bit more troubling because, again, we aren't aware that this is happening. So one of the most common ways I see this happening is through a technique called safe problems. So a safe problem is an actual problem of some kind, but is probably not our problem. It is usually somebody else's problem, or if it is our problem, it is a problem that is kind of lesser in scale. So if we're talking about somebody else's problem, let's say our friend is going through a divorce. Legitimate problem, something that is a cause for concern and a calling for support in a lot of cases. But what if we take all of our time and our energy and put it into this problem, even though it's not our problem? A lot of times when we are doing this, it's not as noble or as altruistic as we think it might be. A lot of times the real motivation for doing this is because we don't want to deal with our own stuff. And even though, her problem is, big in nature and overwhelming for her, it's not overwhelming for us. It's something that we feel that we can handle, and it's a safe way to invest our time and energy because it doesn't bother us that much. Yes, it's upsetting for her, but it's not as upsetting for us. So we may use this as a safe problem, as a little diversion technique that we are unaware of. Another way we can do this is with problems in our own life that aren't really that big of a priority right now. So maybe they are actually a problem, maybe they are an issue, they just aren't really deserving of all our time and energy, considering the fact that we have this big problem. But it is something that we feel like we can handle. So for example, maybe we feel like we have to take everything out of the garage and rearrange it. It's a huge priority for us all of a sudden, or whatever it may be. But it's something in our life that we feel like we can handle right now. So we are going to unconsciously shift our time and attention to this issue. And sadly, this is something that can just continue to happen. If we are looking for problems, we are sure to find them. So there's always going to be something that needs our time and attention that just magically makes it so we are just way too busy and committed to take care of this big issue in our life. And the thing is that problems do not go away when we do this. We can keep pushing them to the side, but it doesn't mean that they disappear. And in a lot of cases, they actually grow. We really need to address the problems in our life if we want them to eventually go away. So when we are avoiding our problems, of course, this can never happen. The other thing is that these problems are in the back of our head all the time. Because we're not addressing them, they are just gnawing at us. They are causing us stress and anxiety even when we are not putting our focus there, because there's a problem that we haven't taken care of. So of course we're not going to be completely relaxed. Of course we're not going to be completely at peace until we actually start to address this problem. So that is the habit that we need to start to adopt. We need to at least be honest with ourselves about the problems that we do have. So maybe we are not ready to do all that is necessary to fix that problem. That is okay, but we do need to acknowledge the emotions that we are feeling. We do need to acknowledge that this is a problem that is deserving and very much needing of our time and attention, and start to work out a plan of how we're going to address it or how we're going to get support, because avoidance is never the answer. It just, again, it really expands the problem and it becomes even more overwhelming with time, and that's certainly not something that we want to continue to put on our shoulders. So I truly hope that this video was helpful to you today. If this is something that you find that you are doing, it's just time to sit down, be honest with yourself, journal it out, talk to someone else if you need to, and figure out a way to start to address these issues in your life, because you're going to feel so much better when you do. You're going to feel so much relief even before the problem is actually fixed, because we know that we are starting to take care of it. So I truly hope this video was helpful to you today. If it was, please like it, share it with someone else who may need to hear this same message, subscribe for more, and I thank you so much for spending time with me today. Have an absolutely amazing day.